Title: Taylor Swift cries bitterly after Travis Kelce's surprise engagement twist. It was a crisp November evening, and the streets of New York were buzzing with holiday cheer. Taylor Swift, wrapped in her signature chic winter coat, was preparing for a quiet night in her Manhattan penthouse. Little did she know, her world was about to be flipped upside down. The build-up. Taylor and Travis Kelce had been the talk of the town for months. From romantic date nights in Kansas City to red carpet appearances, their love story had captured the hearts of millions. Fans were already speculating about an engagement, with some even suggesting it might happen at one of Taylor's upcoming concerts. But the NFL star had been acting strangely. For weeks, Travis had grown distant, citing the pressures of the football season. Taylor, ever the optimist, dismissed her worries, chalking it up to his busy schedule. "He'll come around," she told herself, forcing a smile as she wrote lyrics that hinted at vulnerability and longing. The twist. The next morning, Taylor's phone buzzed incessantly. Texts from friends, fans, and even her publicist lit up the screen. Confused, she scrolled through Twitter, her heart sinking as she saw it. Breaking. Travis Kelce engaged to mystery woman in surprise proposal. Taylor gasped, her hands trembling. The headline was accompanied by a photo of Travis on one knee, holding a dazzling diamond ring before a stunning brunette in a sleek red dress. The image was taken at a lavish rooftop party in Los Angeles the night before, a party Taylor had no idea about. The mystery woman was revealed to be Clara Hastings, a high-profile sports reporter who had covered several of Travis's games. The fallout. Taylor felt like her heart had been ripped from her chest. She tried calling Travis, but every call went straight to voicemail. Desperate for answers, she called her closest friends, including Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid. How could he do this? Taylor sobbed, tears streaming down her face as she clutched her phone. "I thought we had something real." "Taylor, you don't need him," Selena said firmly. "This is on him, not you." Gigi chimed in, "You deserve someone who's as loyal to you as you are to them. Focus on what matters, you." But no words could console Taylor. Later that night, she took to her piano, pouring her heartbreak into a new song. Each note was a reflection of her pain, and by morning, she had written an emotional ballad titled Broken Game, The truth unveiled. Days later, Taylor received a call from an anonymous number. It was Clara. "I need to tell you something," Clara said, her voice heavy with guilt. "This engagement isn't real, it's a PR stunt." Taylor froze. Travis's management thought it would boost his image, Clara continued. "I didn't want to do it, but they offered me a huge deal. I didn't know about you until last night. I'm so sorry." Taylor hung up, her emotions a whirlwind of relief, anger, and disbelief. She decided not to confront Travis directly. Instead, she did what she knew best, turned her pain into art. The comeback. Weeks later, Taylor released Broken Game, a haunting anthem about betrayal, resilience, and finding strength in heartbreak. The song became an instant hit, topping charts worldwide. Fans speculated about its connection to Travis, but Taylor remained tight-lipped, letting her music speak for itself. As for Travis, his engagement stunt backfired. Fans and media alike criticized him for the deceit, and his relationship with Taylor was beyond repair. Taylor, however, emerged stronger. She focused on her music and her fans, proving once again that no setback could dim her light. The end. Would you like this story adjusted for your YouTube channel style? Title: Taylor Swift's Heartbreak, The Surprise Engagement Twist. It was a quiet evening in New York City. The streets shimmered with the soft glow of the streetlights, and Taylor Swift sat in her cozy apartment, scrolling through her phone. Her latest album was making waves, but tonight, her thoughts were far from music. She had been seeing Travis Kelce for months now, and their relationship had been the talk of the town, romantic, public, and full of promise. Yet, something felt off. There had been whispers, subtle hints in the media, but Taylor couldn't quite shake the feeling that something was about to happen. Something she wasn't prepared for. Travis had been distant lately, a little too preoccupied with football, even though he always made time for her. She couldn't help but wonder if things were changing between them. They had talked about their future, laughed about how they'd handle being in the spotlight together. But Taylor couldn't help but feel an unsettling twist in the air. The phone buzzed. It was a text from Travis. Meet me at Central Park at 7:30 p.m. I have something important to tell you. Her heart skipped a beat. The words, important, and, tell you, made her stomach churn. She quickly pushed aside her unease and grabbed her coat. Maybe it's nothing, she thought. Maybe he just wants to talk about us, or some grand gesture. Still, a nagging voice in the back of her mind whispered doubts. At the park, the cool autumn air brushed against her skin as she walked along the path. The city seemed quieter here, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Taylor spotted Travis near the famous Bow Bridge, looking as handsome as ever. But his expression was serious, his usual playful energy replaced with an almost somber aura. "Hey," Taylor said softly, her voice a little shaky. "You wanted to talk?" Travis looked at her, his eyes filled with an intensity that made her heart race. But it wasn't the same spark she was used to. There was something else in them, guilt, hesitation. I need to tell you something," he started, his voice rough. "I've been thinking a lot about us. About my life, my career, and where I'm headed." Taylor frowned, her stomach tightening. "What do you mean?" Her voice barely above a whisper. He took a deep breath, looking away for a moment before turning back to her. "I've been offered an incredible opportunity. An opportunity that will take me away for a while, and I don't know if it's the right time for us to continue." Her world tilted, the ground beneath her feeling unsteady. Take him away? What does he mean? Before she could process the words, Travis reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a small box. Taylor's heart stopped, but when he opened it, instead of a ring, there was a small, intricately carved pendant, a symbol of his sports team. "Taylor, I'm not ready for marriage. Not yet. I don't know when I will be, or if I will be," he said, his voice breaking. Taylor's eyes stung with sudden tears. Not ready for marriage? The words echoed in her mind, a cruel twist of fate she hadn't seen coming. She thought they had been building something beautiful, something real. She had dreamt of a future, of walking down the aisle with Travis, but now that future seemed to crumble before her eyes. "Travis, I thought we were in this together," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. He looked at her, pain in his eyes. "I know, Taylor, and this isn't easy, but I can't ask you to wait for me when I'm not sure about what's next. I don't want to hurt you anymore." The tears fell freely now, her heart breaking into 1,000 pieces. She had always been the one to write songs about love, but this felt like the worst kind of heartbreak, one that was real and raw. The kind that didn't make sense, the kind that came out of nowhere. Her hand trembled as she wiped her tears away, but they just kept coming. "I love you, Travis," she said, her voice cracking. "I thought we had something special. But now it feels like it was all a lie." He stepped forward, reaching out as if to comfort her, but she took a step back, shaking her head. "No," she whispered. "I need space. I need to figure out who I am without this, without you." The pain in Travis's eyes was undeniable, but Taylor couldn't bring herself to go back to him. She had given so much of herself, believed in something that was now slipping through her fingers. She turned and walked away, the weight of the world pressing down on her chest, every step heavier than the last. Title: Taylor Swift's Heartbreak, the Surprise Engagement Twist. It was a crisp autumn evening in New York City, where the streets were adorned with golden leaves, and the air smelled of pumpkin spice and nostalgia. Taylor Swift had just wrapped up her latest performance and was getting ready for a well-deserved rest. The world was buzzing with her successful Midnights album, and her relationship with Travis Kelce had become the talk of the town. They were a couple that seemed to have it all: fame, fortune, and a love that captivated millions. But little did Taylor know, everything was about to change. Taylor had spent the day with Travis, enjoying their rare time together amidst their busy schedules. The day had been filled with laughter and quiet moments, everything she had ever dreamed of. She was just beginning to feel that sense of security she hadn't known in years. But as they strolled through Central Park, something felt different. Travis had been acting a little distant, a little too quiet. It wasn't unusual for him to be reflective at times, but tonight, it felt like something more. Taylor had brushed it off at first, thinking he was simply tired from his hectic NFL schedule. Yet, the nagging feeling in the pit of her stomach wouldn't go away. As they sat on a bench by a serene lake, the golden hues of the sunset reflecting off the water, Travis turned to her with a serious look in his eyes. "Taylor," he began, his voice low and steady, "there's something I need to talk to you about." Taylor's heart skipped a beat. Was this it? Was he finally going to propose? She couldn't help but imagine the ring, the romantic gesture, the surprise that would leave her breathless. But what Travis said next was far from what she had expected. I've been offered a contract for a brand new NFL team. A team that's building from the ground up. It's a huge opportunity for me, but it means that I'll have to move across the country, leaving everything behind. Taylor's face fell, her thoughts raced. Was he leaving? Was their relationship not as strong as she thought? You're leaving? She whispered, her voice cracking. I'm sorry, Taylor, Travis said, his voice tinged with regret. I didn't want to hurt you. But I have to take this step for my career. And I don't think I can continue with this if I'm not fully present. I don't want to hold you back from everything you're doing, and you deserve someone who's there for you every day. Taylor felt the tears begin to sting her eyes, her heart aching as the reality of his words hit her. She blinked rapidly, trying to stop the flood of emotions that had threatened to spill over. You're breaking up with me? Her voice was barely audible, a mix of disbelief and heartbreak. Travis reached for her hand, but she pulled it away, unable to bear the touch that once felt like safety. I just think it's the right decision for both of us, he said softly. Days passed, and Taylor found herself retreating into her work, trying to distract herself from the pain. She canceled plans with friends, threw herself into writing music, and even pushed through multiple interviews with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. But no matter how hard she tried, the ache in her chest remained. It wasn't until a week later that the shocking twist came. A story broke on social media. Travis Kelce had announced his surprise engagement to a woman he had met just weeks after their breakup. The headline read, Travis Kelce's engagement shocker. New love found so quickly, Taylor stared at the screen, her eyes welling up as the words blurred in front of her. How could this be happening? Was everything she had shared with Travis just a fleeting moment? A love story that hadn't even made it past the first chapter? She tried to brush it off, tried to pretend it didn't hurt, but the pain was too much. The betrayal cut deeper than she had imagined. The realization that the man she had trusted, loved, and believed in had moved on so quickly felt like a cruel joke. In the privacy of her New York penthouse, Taylor cried bitterly. Her sobs echoed through the empty rooms, the once cheerful space now feeling cold and desolate. She clutched the throw pillow to her chest, trying to stop the tears, but it was impossible. She had